This little wonder even bears fruit right on its leaves. Can you guess what it is? It is the well-known plant called Yexiazhu. Some people also know it as pearl grass, piglet grass, or oil grass. If you look closely, you'll see neat rows of tiny round fruits growing along its leaves. From afar, it almost resembles the mimosa plant. When the sun sets, its leaves gently fold up, which is why it's also called closing leaf grass. Does this plant grow in your hometown? When dried, it can even be sold online for quite a good price. Unfortunately, it has become increasingly rare in villages today. It took me 5 full days just to find this small patch. The roots of Yexiazhu are long and dense, making them difficult to pull from the soil. Experienced villagers usually handle it like this. They cut away the roots, rinse the plant with a bit of salt. The salt helps it clean more thoroughly, and also makes it easier to preserve once dried. After preparation, it's ready to be set out in the sun. Many people who don't know this plant simply think it's only good for feeding livestock, but that would be such a waste of its true value. And here's another hidden gem, the Kuliang fruit. Many still don't realize how special it is. Do you have Kuliang trees where you live? These trees bear clusters of small fruits. As children, when we tended cattle, we would often rush to pick them and play with them. The elders always said the fruits weren't safe to eat, yet, surprisingly, they are even sold online at a decent price. In the countryside today, I had to ride over 100 kilometers just to find a small amount. Some people call it purple flower tree, wild jujube tree, or senmu tree. In spring, it blooms with delicate purple-white flowers, whose fragrance drifts far into the air. I've always been fond of the scent of Kuliang blossoms. By summertime, its fruits begin to ripen. As children, we would pick them and use them as little pellets for our slingshots. When they ripen fully, they turn golden yellow, and you can often see flocks of small birds swooping down to peck at them excitedly. Some villagers even gather the ripe fruits, crush them in stone mortar, and use the juice to spray their plants and flowers, helping to keep them healthy. And here's yet another plant. Can you recognize it? It is a common rural grass called Niujin, or goose grass. Have you ever seen it before? It's nearly impossible to pull up by hand, because its roots are so many and so strong. When we were children, we would tie ropes to it to tether cattle, and even the cattle couldn't break free. Some villagers even search for take it home and dry it. Once dried, it can even be sold online at a fair price. Does this hardy grass grow where you live? It also goes by names like 1,000-pound grass or sit-down donkey grass. Why? Because if you tug at it too hard, you might suddenly fall straight to the ground. Hence the nickname sit-down cow. Niujin cow grows quickly, is hard to clear away, and often competes with crops. That's why many farmers dislike it. Yet it also serves as excellent feed for animals. Villagers often pull it up and bring it home for livestock. And how do they process it afterward? They wash it thoroughly, string it together with rope, and hang it under the eaves to dry. Once it's half dried, it can be stored away in bags for future use.